Yeah, so Michael, if you don't mind telling me a little bit about the issue and how your session with me helped.
Oh, it was amazing. So I feel like I had like some habits, almost like a vice, that was coming up, particularly when I feel like there was a lot of stress and pressure
Hmm.
in my life. And of course, I mean, we know that, the thing on the surface is never really the thing.
Right.
So I just feel like in this session, I mean, I feel like in the first 15 minutes of the session with you, I could already tell that the thing that I came for wasn't actually the thing. I was like, oh, this isn't even
Right.
what this is about, It just, I mean, I'm obviously quite self-aware as well.
Yeah, I think that if, on that point, we always know that whatever is on the surface is whatever they think the issue is not the actual issue.
Not at all.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, and it's so funny. Like, I don't even know if I can. I thought about this after the session too. It's like I don't know if I can even tell you like exactly what the real issue was, but I definitely felt in our session there was just such it was like a peeling away of layers, almost like a peeling away of all the bullshit. Like all the stories, all the things that you think it was like, oh, but it's this, oh, but it's this, and you'd be like, well, but it's this. And then you would say something and it would just kind of go into that visceral experience and realize, no, it's not that. It's not that. And I just remember having all of these, I can only call them like unconscious realizations. You know what I mean? It's like you just start to realize like, oh, it's almost like there's a feeling of what's going on and there's a feeling that shifts. And I definitely noticed like immediately within after our session, the initial thing that I came for had changed massively, was like almost completely gone. And then, but I felt like what was even more powerful is over the course of weeks from our session, I felt like I almost feel like our session was about things that were getting in the way of being disciplined and being ultra focused on the things that were most important for my business. And I feel like over a course of weeks afterwards, there was just this narrowing down of focus, this real aligning to the things that really matter. And I just noticed an ability to kind of lean in more, to hold more like variety of situations. Almost it's like stress, but not really stress because I don't experience it as stress, more like all of the different pieces that come with running a business, it like didn't phase me. I was able to have all of those pieces in my awareness, but also be super focused on
right.
the things that were the most important for me and moving my business forward. So my dog just threw a bone at my computer and it unplugged the microphone. Just 1 second. You're such a little shit.
Dogs, gotta love them.
God. Sorry, I'm sure you
Well,
can
and
edit.
it's yeah. Another thing that I like you mentioned is the processing. It takes time. Some people think that you go through a therapy session and that you immediately see results, you're immediately healed. The therapist is going to say something that's going to fix all your problems, and it does take time. Sometimes it takes can take hours, can be right away, but other times it takes days, weeks, even months. And I had a session just yesterday with a gentleman. I told him, I says that this could take a few days, could take a few weeks. It's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and I mean that's the beauty, is that you kind of almost forget that you had the session and then you get into this like, oh, like stuff is just really good. I'm connected, things are working. And I'm like, oh yeah, I had that session with Derek like, 3.5 weeks, a month ago. And it's almost like we forget how impactful it is. But again, like as a therapist, I really recognize that shifting over time.
right. Was there anything specific that stood out?
I mean, I think I remember just feeling like you were so on it in terms of the unconscious stuff and the stuff that really matters. So it was like, I feel like you didn't, we so easily go into stories about things and you were so fast to just cut into the like, I can't even remember the words you would have said, but like, is that true? But like, what about this? But like, what about that? And I just remember being like, boom, like dropping down more and more. And I think that's the faster we can get to that place, the faster and the more profoundly we have breakthroughs. And so that was something that I just feel like I remember the feeling that I was left with after the session immediately was like, Derek is so skilled. Like that was like one of the feelings. I was like, he is really good.
Thank you.
And
So
I'm
yeah,
obviously
well,
really picky.
great. I appreciate that. I mean, so how are you now compared to?
I'm
before.
Fabulous. I'm fabulous. Yeah. We had like a maintenance session or like a second session, which I feel like, really, really helped. And yeah, it's actually funny even with you asking that question because it makes me realize like even the thought of almost like distractions coming in and disrupting my focus on the most important things that move my business forward. It's like it's almost laughable because I am so like so focused now. And I definitely remember, there were things that were coming in and kind of like causing a wobble and not like that's the thing is like it's not like it's not like disaster wobble. It's like high functioning. Like I was already good, things were good, but there were just like these little pieces that were out of sync, it almost feels like.
Right.
It was like this one way that I'm showing up is out of sync with like this version of me that I'm becoming and where I want to go. And I feel like we almost like tune those two parts together. And now it's like, yeah, everything's running smoothly. Like, of course, like why would I distract myself from the things that matter? That seems ridiculous. But at the
Yeah, so
time,
it's like you already seem like this high performance engine, and I was kind of surprised you were having issues at all. But we all need to fine tune, and even as good as you are, that's not something where you feel stuck. And again, it's about everybody's issue is pretty much is they feel stuck. They don't know how to move forward or to get over some issue. That fine tuning really can make like a massive difference. So
yeah, I don't even know that I resonate with the word stuck. I feel like it's more like the image that I get in my mind, it's like almost a gear shift that's like not fully in gear. You know what I mean? So it's like almost like I'm getting some traction, but the power that's coming out of the engine isn't
Mhm.
getting transferred to the road
Right.
in terms, and I'm not going as far as I should be going
Right.
from like the output that I'm giving, right? And I feel like we just like clicked it in and put it up to high gear. And then it was like, hey, I'm putting output in and now I'm seeing movement and momentum which is definitely what you want.
It's all about movement. Everybody has their thing, and it's different for everybody. Nobody has the same problem. Love
Yeah.
it. I love love doing this. Really fun.
It was so fun. And I think what I really appreciated as well is it was just like very fast. It wasn't just like it was very fast and it was very no bullshit. And I appreciate that so much because I do not have a lot of time and I don't have a lot of time and energy to like I just don't want the fluff. I just want to get to it. I want to move and I want to shift through it. And I really appreciated that about working with you. I feel like it was just such a like a like fast, sharp, you know, down to it kind of experience.
Yeah, you're
So
busy. Time is money.
that's right. Even though the time is money, like time is time. Time is
Right.
time. And I just
Yeah, there's
don't want
only so many hours in a day.
only so much. Yeah. It's literally the best, the best.
Yeah, so excellent, man. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Michael. And
It's my absolute pleasure. And yeah, I guess to just say like to anyone that's thinking about working with Derek, I was in a training with him a long time ago and I really do I see you being like a leader and an educator in the hypnosis industry. I think you're just so tuned in to like true hypnosis and like behavioral change at this really subconscious and unconscious level in an incredible way. So for anyone that is considering working with you, I just cannot recommend Derek enough.